Freedom Riders. The 2007 film Freedom Riders by Richard LaGravenesse is a beautiful film about one teacher, Erin Gruel, and her class of students from all sorts of backgrounds. The film follows Miss Gruel's quest to change these students for the better. She works to get them to like education and makes them open up to each other. LaGravenesse uses different camera shots, settings, costumes, dialogue, and sound to show how the students change. On Miss Gruel's first day, we see a wide variety of techniques used to show the viewers the attitude of the students towards education. Towards education in the classroom and to the teacher. This was done through the use of techniques such as setting and costuming. Setting is used to an expert level to represent the negativity to the space and the people in it. Setting is used to show how little respect the students have for education. This is achieved through the broken blinds, the graffiti on the table, the broken shores, and the overall derelict look of the place, which makes it very clear that the students don't want to be there. Costuming also plays a major role in this, as the difference between Miss Gruel's nice, neat presentation and the students' very casual, not very neat clothes shows the audience that they don't have any interest in caring about school. These techniques have been used in an expert way to show the students' attitudes towards school and education. During the scene, the line game, the audience gets to see the changes in the students' attitudes towards each other and towards Miss Gruel. The two techniques LaGravenesse used for this scene are camera shots and dialogue. Camera shots are used to show how the students' attitude to the class change towards the other students. Through the use of close-up shots and wide-angle shots so that the audience can see how deeply Miss G's questions have affected them through the look on their faces and their body posture. This shows that the students' attitudes are changing towards Miss G and school as they have now heard some of the other students' stories and that they aren't alone in their hardships. The other technique that is used to a great effect is dialogue. Through what the characters are saying, we can tell just how moved they have been and how much respect they have gained for the others in the class. When Miss G asked how many of you have been to juvenile hall or jail, and one of the students asked if refugee camp counted, told us just how much some of these kids have been through. When she deliberately said my badness, and they all laughed, showing us how much respect they had gained for her, as before they would have just ignored it. This shows that their attitudes have changed as they started to respect each other. This meant that they no longer thought of school as a place to bring their wars into, but into a safe haven away from the horrors of their life outside. These techniques have been used in a way that shows the audience how these students' attitudes have changed towards school, and they do this beautifully. During the time when the students of Miss Gruel's class are running fundraisers so that they can get meat geese to come to their school. LaGravenesse used techniques like editing and sound to show that their attitudes have changed. The students have changed their attitude a lot, and this is shown through editing and sound. Editing has been used to overlay newspaper snippets about how the students are holding fundraisers for guest speakers to come in, which shows how much they've changed as they want to do things for the school. Non-diegetic sound also plays a major role in playing the song This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan, which livens up the scene a bit. The use of diegetic sound also shows us how happy the students are to be doing the fundraiser and dance. This is done by highlighting the laughter and high-spirited chatting. This shows us how their attitudes have changed, as it shows us that they are happy to be at school and they want MIP guests to come to the school, which means they have taken their education into their own hands. The perfect use of these techniques shows us how the students' attitudes have changed towards education for the better by making them actually want to come to the school, how they want to put in time for the learning, and how they want to get a guest speaker in. The film is an excellent representation of multicultural similarities and differences and how they can affect every aspect of life, not just school. LaGravenesse captured the essence of all this in this film and produced a masterpiece. The techniques included highlight how the attitudes have changed. Setting and costuming were used beautifully in the first scene, camera shots and dialogue were used to a never-before-seen level, and editing and sound were used expertly to show the changes. LaGravenesse used techniques in a way that shows us without a doubt the change in the students' attitudes towards education.